What's up, guys? Back with another episode of Cardinals franchise, and this week, week 9, we'll be taking on the Cleveland Browns. It's an away game, and I have looked at a couple things. If you notice, ready to negotiate. I withdrew offers from like all the players I know I don't really want to have back, just because I don't want to look at like 17 players to restructure and like not have to do any of them. I've done a little bit of scouting, still don't really know a lot about most players, or about where exactly we're picking either. So kind of want to hold off for a little bit. Yeah, our division is actually doing really well, except for us. So I don't think we're in any danger of making the playoffs. I've also looked into why Kyler Murray and some other players can't come back, and I think it boils down just really to a bug where I think it should be fine after this season, but something to do with placing players on IR and injury lengths and stuff like that ended up having some weird consequences. So yeah, I guess he'll play when he plays, but we also have heavy rain in Cleveland, which does happen. So let's see what we have to talk about here. It's going to be raining for the entire game. Probably won't take long for the conditions to get sloppy. What's our plan? I think we're going to run the ball more. I want to do more of a running the ball or West Coast offense just in general, because we have lost a lot of games in the passing game, especially deep passing, through either sacks or picks. So we could try to spread it around to our running backs and see if that helps anything. And our weekly strategy will reflect that as well. I've also decided to put in Julius Brent to our third slot for focus players, partially because I just want to develop him more, and also because we had Paris Johnson Jr. there, which I definitely do want to develop him, but he doesn't have any mini games he can do. We're kind of losing out on some by picking a player that doesn't have a drill that they can run to get extra XP. So I'm going to go with Brent and see if we can turn him into the future CB1 that we need. So after training, we have upgrades for Garrett Williams and Keitrell Clark. Williams, I don't think is going to play much. He's kind of just there. He is a rookie, I guess, so 75 man coverage for a rookie is not bad. Keitrell is not going to do anything but kick return. I'm like 90% sure of that. This week, I am going to have Josh Dobbs be our QB. We're probably going to be running the ball more this week. I'm going to try to see if we can accomplish more as a running offense. But when we were passing, Josh Dobbs was able to get a lot of production. It was too many turnovers, but it was good production. So he's going to be there. And other than that, we are healthy this week. So let's go ahead and get into the game versus the Browns. The rain coming down already in Cleveland as we will return the kick. The big elf on midfield. I don't know why they switched to the elf again, but I don't mind it. It's kind of funny. Josh Dobbs, I've decided was going to start this week just because while that is way too many interceptions, he's throwing an interception roughly every, like, was that 14 throws is a pick, but Dobbs can actually get the offense moving a lot better than Tune, so we're going to stick with him for now. Ooh, some room to run, and Connor almost picks up a first down. Hopefully that's how this game is going to go. Let's do a counter play. I don't really know how counters work in this Madden as well. Like, sometimes they work really well, sometimes they don't work at all. This one's all right. Got 2 or 3 yards maybe. Rondale Moore injured though. Let's hope he's not out for long term. Rondale has been a big part of our offense, especially in the past couple weeks. I feel like he's had like almost 300 yards in the past 2 weeks. Connor with another good run. We can pass some too. Don't want to be too one-dimensional. There's not really anything open. Dobbs going to take it up the middle and just got a couple yards there. Dobbs just... Okay. Rondale just has a bruised shoulder. He'll return later in this game. And it's 3rd and 4. Let's run levels. This play should be decent. KJ Hamler comes in because of the injury to Moore. We're just going to get it off to Drake real quick. Drake will get the first, and that's 10 yards on Josh Dobbs' first pass attempt. It is suggesting some Dobbs read options, but I don't know how I feel about that. It's not... I don't know if Dobbs is the mobile quarterback of the future. Hamler with a catch. And almost a first down on that play. I think I'm going to move to try to just like, as long as we don't have Kyler in, just try to have a simple offense as we pick up the first down there. It's like, don't ask our players to make too many hard throws. Maybe lean on the run game some more. Drake going outside, cutting back. Got 8 yards on the carry. And the offense is moving down with this run-focused drive here. And going to McBride. McBride takes a hit, but not after picking up the first. Oh, that was Swaim, my bad. McBride is the new TE1 after trading Zach Ertz. And don't see anything open. Don't want to make a stupid throw after we've done such a good job to get down here. Let's give it to Drake again. Pull the guard over to block on the right side. And following the blocks, kind of got stuck there. There wasn't really a hole to go in. And it'll be 3rd and 7. I think Brown on the dig might get open, or I guess it's like a zig route, but it goes inside. And Dobbs misses the throw. So that'll bring up 4th down, and Matt Prater comes on to make the kick here. Just a short field goal. Wind is working against us heavily, but Prater's still able to make the kick. Deshaun Watson and the Browns offense will come out now. See how Watson's year's been. It's all right through probably 8 games. And Natane Muti has muscle cramps, but we should be fine. Watson under pressure. Ojolari gets a sack on Deshaun Watson on the first play for our Cardinals defense. That's how you like to start it. 2nd down and 14 now for the Browns. And this version of the Browns has a healthy Nick Chubb, so a little bit more dangerous. And incomplete there. Watson was looking for a drag across the screen. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Watson and the Browns. And throwing to Chubb, that's incomplete. And we're going to get the ball after the Browns punt. I've been seeing like the weird feedback meter on the CPU throws. I don't know. As far as I can see, there's not a setting to turn that off, but oh well. It's not super distracting. Clark brings the punt up to almost midfield and gives the Cardinals a good chance to get a score here. At left guard, Beecham has come in for Muti. Drake running left and only gets 1 yard on the play. Let's give it to Connor. Connor's had more success on the ground today. Connor up the middle and gets dragged forward. And we have a 3rd and 1 coming up. Let's just do a halfback dive up the middle for Connor. Connor shrugs off a couple tacklers and picks up the first. Connor having a good start to this game. Just going to keep giving it to him until he gets too tired. Connor to the outside and doesn't quite have the speed to break that one off. Only gets a couple yards. Let's see if we can get the ball in Hollywood Brown's hands here. Rondale Moore is on the field, so that's promising. And Dobbs just misses the throw again. This is... Quarterback play is always bad, it seems. Let's try this Y-stick dig. Actually, I don't know if I like that play. Let's try mesh and just see if we can get some yardage. And Brown makes the catch and gets the first on 3rd down. Big play there for Marquise Brown. Let's see if the Browns defense has been holding pretty well, but... And what? McLeod gets the pick? I saw him coming down, but I didn't think there was a chance he was going to get the pick there. Did he do some weird Madden stuff and like morph into his hands? I mean, I guess he just jumped on it. I guess I shouldn't have thrown that. And we will start our defensive drive on the 21. Handoff to Chubb to the right, and Chubb breaks one. Buda Baker moved down and eventually tackled by Jalen Thompson, but a 25-yard run for Chubb. I just need to take better care of the football. That's just what it comes down to. Should have thrown that better. And pass out to Peoples-Jones. Peoples-Jones gets the first. Buda Baker kind of playing too far off of that route. Let's bring a blitz in here, sending Barnes and Kaiser White. And handoff to Chubb. Kaiser White is shrugged off, but Barnes eventually gets to him. The blitz came in handy there, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. 3-0 Cardinals. 2nd and 10, and this really has been the slugfest as advertised. Only 3 points scored in the first quarter. Watson looking up the middle. Is that Njoku, the tight end? Makes the catch. 3rd and 4. Bringing some heat again, and looking for Cooper. Amari Cooper, covered by Marco Wilson, gets open and brings it to the 14. First and 10 for the Browns. Throwing to Nick Chubb out of the backfield. Kaiser White gets the tackle. And the Browns will come to the line in a goal line set. 3 tight ends. And 2nd down and 2 from the 6. Handoff to Chubb. Chubb bounces it outside. Tackled by Barnes, but Chubb picks up the first and goes down to the 2. Looks like the Browns are just going to run it again. Hopefully our Big guys on the line can make the stop. Hand off to Chubb, and that's a touchdown for the Browns. On first down here, gonna run it to Connor again. Just need to get the run game moving. It's been what's working for us. Connor gets a couple yards. We do have goals too, weekly goals for rush yardage. So we want to try to get those as well. And Connor finds a little gap there. Brings up 3rd and 3. See all the screen passes, and I do like screen passes, but this team doesn't have the capability to run screens well. And passing to Swain, he gets the first. Brings it almost to the 40. Let's give it to Drake. We just need to slowly but surely move down the field, if that's what it means. And Drake cuts back, goes up the middle, and got 6 on the play. Let's use some motion here to try to confuse the defense. Brown in motion from the slot position, and handoff to Connor. Some open holes, and Connor gets over 50 yards on the day after that carry. First down. Want to give Connor and Drake both a decent amount of carries each, so they're both pretty good. Drake gets 6 on that play. Want to just keep moving the ball here. What's that other? Oh, it was Darius Smith. They did get him. That's right. And kind of got gummed up that time. Connor with no gain, and 3rd and 4 will come up. Let's try a slants concept here. I'm going to make McBride's route more of a... Oh, he got confused. Okay. Give McBride more of an out there, and just hit Pascal. JOK was playing off to the right, so we had an opening there. Pascal gets the first down picked up. I think I'm actually with Rondale Moore just going to run a streak here, see if he can beat his guy. Not really, but Pascal, okay. This is why I don't think passing is the best idea sometimes, because we have clean pocket, like 3-yard drag route to Zach Pascal cannot be completed. And off to Kenyon Drake. Ooh, Drake makes some moves. And a big gain there. Some good downfield blocking on that play. We're gonna get close to the 2-minute warning, but I'm not really concerned about the clock. Connor up the middle. It's about 5 on that play. Probably run one more play for the 2-minute warning. Maybe we might not be able to get this one off. Yeah, we'll just take it. 2-minute warning, and down 7-3, but we are driving and in the red zone. Let's do a draw to Kenyon Drake. There we go. Got a decent gain there. Down to the 3. I don't know why it wants me to pass it now. Do want to just give Connor some cracks at it here, because he's our power back. See if he can just move the pile a little bit. And it's pushed back actually on that play. Let's try to give him one more run. And then we'll see if we have to pass out of it. Kind of burning the clock here because I don't want to give Cleveland a ton of time. And Connor up the middle. He's in for the touchdown. James Conner puts the Cardinals up. And also something I just noticed too was we're actually... the Browns are against the wind now. So... And it's a 12-mile-an-hour wind going pretty much straight back. So we do have an advantage in that sense, that they might be moved back a couple yards of field goal position. And tackled there. I turned off the I found out what the passing icon was. There's a setting for users only, so I just turned that on. 6-yard pass on first down. Browns, had to take a timeout. Nick Chubb, screen pass, tackled after about maybe 10 or 12 yards there. Got the first. Browns are still not close to field goal range. Going to Watson. Peoples-Jones gets it. Need to kind of show up a little bit more. Let's do some press man. I'm not too worried about... They don't have many... Okay, we can't do that. There's Kaiser White on Amari Cooper. Is not a winning matchup. And DPJ fakes out Zaven Collins. Browns will take their second timeout, though. At the 46. And Watson has time to throw. Gets it to Chubb, who breaks some tackles, but eventually goes backwards. And second down and 11 now. I don't like... There's too many linebackers. Ooh, I audibled really late there. Completed the DPJ again. And Browns, yeah, they're just going to take it to a field goal. I don't know if they're going to be able to make this one. They didn't get the snap off. Wow, bad clock management from the Browns there, as take it to the half without even a field goal attempt. I think it was probably not going to be a made field goal, but you'd like to at least kick it, right? Watson and the Browns come back out. I think I'm going to try more man coverage this quarter, or this half, because they do have Amari Cooper, but other than that, Elijah Moore is their next best receiver. 1 yard gain by Nick Chubb, and it also makes it easier to defend the run game if we do more man coverage. Gonna do zone on this one though, because don't want to mess around with an empty set like that. Peoples-Jones goes in the backfield. Throw to Amari Cooper. Takes some hits, but goes way backwards. I don't know if he just got turned around, but Cooper actually loses 3 yards on the play. It's going to be a 3rd and 12 now. The rainy conditions do not seem to be letting up. And Watson throws a screen pass, but not on line. Looked like he was kind of throwing off his back foot there. And Cardinals will receive the punt after a 3 and out. James Conner with a strong start today. 14 runs, 61 yards, and a touchdown. And we're going to go back to him for a lot of this game. I think our best shot at winning games is just to run a more simple offense like I was talking about. As Conner gets some daylight. Picks up a first. Yeah, like I think it's... I wanted to use more, and Hollywood Brown is more downfield targets, but I think sometimes you just have to make do. Conner loses 2 on that play. Let's get it to Kenyon Drake. The speedier running back. And Drake fights ahead for a couple yards, but is kind of running from the defense the whole time there. And let's run PA deep outs. Pascal, Moore. I like all of these routes, honestly. Going to Rondale Moore. And Moore makes the catch. And that's a first down. Great play from Rondale. Let's see if we can get something in the air here. Not really. Oh my gosh. I needed to just either roll out instinctively or throw the ball away. That's why we don't pass. And motion here. Hand off to Connor. Jeremiah Wusu-Koromoa, unblocked, comes in and tackles Connor at the line. So this play worked well a couple weeks ago. 3rd and 24. It's going to Marquise Brown, and broken up. Just kind of trying for a 50-50 ball. And that'll be punt for the Cardinals. See if the Browns go back to Chubb or if they want to throw the ball. It's like a screen to Elijah Moore, and Moore is wide open. Buda Baker tracks him down, though. Scary play, but thankfully Buda Baker has the wheels to stop it. Both corners got kind of tied up there. And play action to Chubb. Watson looking up the middle and completed to his tight end, Harrison Bryant, for a gain of 9. 2nd and 1 from midfield. Watson passing and caught. Quick pass there to Elijah Moore on the slant. And the Browns having a lot more success on this drive than the 3-and-out last one. Watson with pressure, gets the ball off, but hit as he threw, and Oruwariye makes a play on the ball there to put a stop to it. 2nd down and 10. It's bend but don't break here. Don't give up points on this drive. DPJ in motion. And handoff to Nick Chubb. Jalen Thompson out of position, misses the tackle, and Chubb is tackled after 9 yards. Let's see, let's send a DB and a linebacker on this play. Hopefully we can get some heat. 3rd and 1. And going right, good coverage on the play. Marco Wilson makes the tackle. Browns are going to go for it. Let's see. Let's do Robert press. Do have Zaven Collins on DPJ. I don't love that, but Watson going deep to Wilson, or on Wilson's man, and Wilson was beat off the press by Amari Cooper for a big gain. Switch to cover 2 actually here. 1st and goal from the 8. And hit Moore, who's open, for 5 yards. Brought it down to the 3. Browns still in 3 wide receiver sets. Doesn't look like a big running personnel right now. Watson rolling right. Cameron Thomas kind of trips him up, and Brent is there to make sure he doesn't go any farther. Cameron Thomas on the dive on that play. Let's do 1 robber press, and let's send Jalen Thompson on a blitz. Going right, and it's not even right, it was left. Amari Cooper wide open for the touchdown. I guess don't press Amari Cooper is what I learned from that. 14-10. Kenyon Drake also having a good game on the ground. 6 yards per carry. And we're definitely going to go more to the run. Last drive, we were moving it, but going to the pass kind of slowed the drive down, so we're going to try to run the ball more. And wide open lane for Connor as he gets almost to the 50. Connor having a great game on the ground too. And off left. Connor again gets 8 on that play. And that'll bring it to the 4th quarter now. James Conner almost at 100 yards on the ground. We need a touchdown on this drive, and I think just a slow and steady pace of runs and quick passes is going to give us our best chance. James Conner, big run on that play, and that gets him to over 100 on the day. Let's give him a brief rest and go to Drake here. Little blitz, and Kenyon Drake stopped in the backfield. Loss of 3. Let's try an RPO here. Might work. We're looking at Pascal and Drake. Giving to Drake. Bounces off a lineman. Gets the yards he lost back and +5 more. 3rd down and 5 for the Cardinals. Might have to pass on this play. Let's see. Let's try bunch trail. What is his route? Intercepted by Grant Delpit, and we're not going to catch him. What was that route? He had like the angle route, and it never came back inside. I was looking to McBride. His routes to kind of go like an angle and then back in and up. And he starts with the angle there, gets kind of thrown off, and then starts going. I don't know what he's doing there. And you could see ball is thrown here as it looks like he's starting to come back out, and I don't know. I guess we do miss Zach Ertz more than I thought. That was bad. And now we don't really have the luxury of a methodical drive now. Kind of need some big plays. Might be looking for Hollywood Brown and Rondale Moore as we look for those explosive plays. Keytrail with a good return. Looking deep for Brown. Brown comes down with it. What a play from Hollywood Brown. And brings us into Brown territory. See if we can get more Brown on this play too. Play action. Rolling right. And just going to throw it away. Didn't quite have enough separation for me to be able to throw a confident pass there. 2nd and 10. Looking for McBride. McBride gets almost the 1st down. 3rd and 1 coming up. We're just going to give it to Connor here. We need to get this first. Connor up the middle. Pushes forward for the 1st down and then some. The clock is not on our side anymore. It's not panic time, but don't want to use too much of the clock up. And looking for Brown. Yeah, kind of Thornhill was kind of on top of it. Didn't want to throw under where we got picked off. We are down 11, so we only need touchdown with a... Oh, almost broke one there. We need a touchdown with 2-point conversion and a field goal to tie. So it's not worst case scenario if we get a field goal here, but I'd like to get the touchdown since we're so close. And let's look at Moore Brown here. I'm going to block James Conner. Moore is wide open. Uses his speed to pick up the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 12 now. And wide open man thrown behind him. Can't really blame him there. Rolling right, throwing left is never a good formula. Second down and 10. Hand off to Connor. Got a couple yards there. 3rd and 8. I think I'm going to try to find more again on the drag. More, and as Dobbs was hit as he threw, he's picked off. Eventually tracked down, but dealt it with another pick. And that's just been the story of this Cardinals team. Throwing too many costly interceptions in the 4th quarter. Completion to Amari Cooper up the middle. And we really need anything short of like a defensive touchdown or a big turnover here is going to be hard. But I don't want to call timeouts yet. Hand off to Chubb, gets a yard. Might get another crack at it if we get a stop here. Yep, Brown's running the clock down. If you don't get a stop on this play, it's going to be almost impossible. Watson throws an incompletion, so we will get the ball back. But we'll need to score either a touchdown or a field goal with no timeouts, because I want to hold on to all 3. Clark, not really any block setting up there, and need some big plays on this drive. Into Pascal, and nothing really developed there. Incomplete on 1st down. Trying to block James Conner, but our audibles are getting, hot routes are getting mixed up because of the momentum. Throwing to Marquise Brown, who's wide open. Gets a good gain there. Up to the 45. We're not out of this one yet. And looking for Brown again. Broken up. Thornhill on the play. Let's see, I'm going to block Connor here. Man, Pascal, I thought he was going to get some separation on the break there, but did not. 3rd and 10. We just need some yardage here. And nothing open. Dobbs fumbles as he's hit. Browns recover. Sack fumble on Dobbs. Just a well-covered coverage sack on that play. Hand off to Chubb. Gonna get about 8 yards. And Browns might just start running the clock out here. Browns made a field goal, so now we're down 14. Need 2 touchdowns. Not looking good here. Dobbs can't get the throw out. 2nd and 10. And Brown has some separation there. Makes the catch. And gets out of bounds. Hollywood Brown with a big play. He did not get out of bounds. Why did the clock okay. Well, for McBride, and wide open, but just can't get the ball out. That's been something I've noticed with this Madden, is sometimes it's hard to tell if you got out of bounds or not. Like, that's not the first time that's happened to me. I don't really know why that's how it is, but just looking for Brown again. Incomplete. Like, as you saw, I waited there for a while to see if the clock would start ticking, and it did not. So, I don't know. Looking for McBride, and just covered there by Martin Emerson. 4th and 10. We need a miracle. Just gonna take a one-on-one. KJ Hamler broken up, and that's gonna be the end of the game. Final score 24-10. We had stop me if you've heard this before. We had a strong first couple quarters, and then just completely didn't do anything in the second half. And Julius Brents, I mean, he did all right. He didn't really stop us, but 24-10 is the final. We have a debrief for the rain game. We had a decent game on the ground, but couldn't end up getting it done. Chalked it up to the conditions and move on. Both teams had the conditions, yeah. All offensive line will have -3 run block power and finesse for the next game. That's not good. That'll wrap up week 9 versus the Cleveland Browns. A closer game, but I mean, we've had closer losses before, and we moved to 1-8, and hopefully we can bounce back. I'd like to get a couple more wins on the season. Like, I don't want to end with 1 win on the year. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys week 10 versus the Falcons. See ya.